Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about drugs affecting renin-angiotensin system. But before that, we have to know what is renin-angiotensin system. So let's see what is renin-angiotensin system in this video. So this is liver, from where we get angiotensinogen. Okay, liver gives out angiotensinogen. So liver gives angiotensinogen and kidneys secrete renin. Okay, just keep this in mind. Liver gives angiotensinogen and kidneys give renin. Okay, so this angiotensinogen which is getting from liver always reacts with renin. Okay, angiotensinogen reacts with renin, and when angiotensinogen reacts with renin we get angiotensin 1. Okay, so we got angiotensin 1 from angiotensinogen and renin. Okay, it is very clear. Angiotensinogen is from liver and renin is from kidneys. So angiotensinogen reacts with renin to get angiotensin 1. So at the meantime, lungs gives angiotensin 1 converting enzyme. Okay, ACE is angiotensin converting enzyme. Okay, so this ACE reacts with angiotensin 1 to give angiotensin 2. Okay, liver gives angiotensinogen and kidneys give renin. So angiotensinogen reacts with renin to give angiotensin 1, and the second step is lungs give angiotensin converting enzyme, so that reacts with angiotensin 1 to give angiotensin 2. Okay, so this is the functions of angiotensin 2. Only 3 functions, keep it in mind. First one is vasoconstriction, second one is increased sodium and water retention, and third one is increased aldosterone secretion. Okay, only 3 points: vasoconstriction, increased sodium and water retention, and the third point is increased aldosterone secretion. Okay, so let's discuss more about the actions of angiotensin 2. So angiotensin 2 acts on cardiovascular system, adrenal cortex, kidney, central nervous system, and peripheral sympathetic structures. So let's see each and everything separately. Okay, so yeah, in cardiovascular system you have already know that vasoconstriction is very important action of angiotensin 2. Okay, it is produced by adrenaline and noradrenaline release. Okay, and also by increasing central sympathetic outflow. It is produced by only 2 actions. First one is through adrenaline and noradrenaline release, and through increasing central sympathetic outflow, and it involves arterioles, venules, and all vascular beds. Okay, vasoconstriction occurs in arterioles, venules, and all vascular beds. In some arteries like cerebral vessels, pulmonary vessels, and in coronary vessels, this vasoconstriction action will be less, comparatively less. Okay, so next is force of myocardial contraction. Okay, it increases the force of myocardial contraction. How? By promoting calcium influx. Okay, by promoting calcium influx, it increases the force of myocardial contraction, and further, so because of that, it increases the heart rate. Okay, other 3 functions are hypertrophy, hyperplasia, and it also increases intercellular matrix production. So with this picture we can understand what is hypertrophy. It is increase in cell size is hypertrophy, and increase in cell number is hyperplasia. Okay, angiotensin 2 when acts on cardiovascular system, it causes hypertrophy and hyperplasia, and it also increases intercellular matrix production. Okay, we completed the first system, cardiovascular system. So let's see how it acts on adrenal cortex. So in adrenal cortex, angiotensin 2 and angiotensin 3 both acts. Both are trophic to zona glomerulosa of adrenal cortex. Okay, they enhance synthesis and release of aldosterone. Okay, angiotensin 2 acts on adrenal cortex and enhances synthesis and release of aldosterone. Okay, that acts on distal tubule in kidney to promote sodium reabsorption and potassium hydrogen excretion. Okay, if you see these highlighted words, it is very clear. See, first is it acts on zona glomerulus of adrenal cortex. Okay. Second, it synthesis and release aldosterone. Third, it promotes sodium reabsorption and potassium and hydrogen excretion. Okay, sodium reabsorption, potassium and hydrogen excretion. Okay, we completed cardiovascular system and adrenal cortex. Let's discuss the action of kidney. Okay, in kidney, it increases sodium reabsorption, as we have seen in that adrenal cortex. Here also sodium reabsorption is increased, and it also reduces renal blood flow and glomerular filtration rate. GFR is glomerular filtration rate. And third point is it produces intrarenal hemodynamic effects which results in sodium water retention. Okay, we completed cardiovascular system, adrenal cortex, kidney. Next is central nervous system. Okay, in central nervous system, it induces drinking behavior and ADH release, and it also increases central sympathetic activity. Okay, only two things: induce drinking behavior and ADH release, and it also increases central sympathetic activity. Easy. Okay, we completed cardiovascular system, adrenal cortex, kidney, central nervous system, and the last is peripheral sympathetic structures. How it acts on peripheral sympathetic structures. Okay, in peripheral sympathetic structures, only 3 points. First is adrenaline from adrenal medulla. Releases adrenaline from adrenal medulla is the first point. Second point, stimulates autonomic ganglia. Third point is increases the output of noradrenaline from adrenergic nerve endings. Adrenaline and noradrenaline and autonomic ganglia. Three things: adrenaline from adrenal medulla, noradrenaline from adrenergic nerve endings, and stimulates autonomic ganglia is the third point. Okay, it is very clear that what is renin angiotensin system. Okay, so let's see how to inhibit renin angiotensin system. Inhibition of renin angiotensin system. Okay, we all know that only with the help of renin, angiotensinogen is converted to angiotensin 1, right? So there are direct renin inhibitors. Example, aliskiren. Okay, ALISKIREN, aliskiren, which inhibits the release of renin from kidneys. Okay, we all know that angiotensin converting enzyme is important for what? For converting angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. So it plays a major role in the conversion of angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. So it is also possible to inhibit the release of angiotensin converting enzyme from the lungs. Okay, so there are inhibitors for angiotensin converting enzyme. Example is captopril. So even after the angiotensin 2 is produced, it have to reach the target cells. Okay, so that is with the help of angiotensin 2 receptors. So we can also block the angiotensin 2 receptors. Okay, so there are angiotensin 2 receptor blockers. An example is losartan. Losartan is the example for angiotensin 2 receptor blockers. So this is a cartoon picture of renin angiotensin system. Okay, so this is kidney. When kidney sends decrease in blood pressure, okay, and release renin from the juxtaglomerular apparatus. Always renin is released from juxtaglomerular apparatus. Okay, so see, kidney is releasing juxtaglomerular apparatus. It is releasing renin. Okay, and see, renin is acting on angiotensinogen. Okay, renin converts angiotensinogen to angiotensin 1. So renin is converting angiotensinogen to angiotensin 1. Okay, so again angiotensin 1 is reacting with angiotensin converting enzyme which is releasing from lungs. Okay, so angiotensin 1 is converting to angiotensin 2. So now this picture shows the actions of angiotensin 2. Okay, angiotensin 2 causes vasoconstriction. See, the angiotensin 2A2 man is constricting the vessel, right? So this is the vasoconstriction resulting in increased blood pressure. So vasoconstriction always increases the blood pressure. So see, it also making the adrenal glands to secrete the aldosterone, release aldosterone. So angiotensin 2 also stimulates the adrenal gland to release aldosterone. So see, these adrenal glands are releasing aldosterone. Next is, within the kidneys, aldosterone promotes reabsorption of sodium and water. We know that angiotensin 2 promotes reabsorption of sodium and water. And the last is, the circulating blood volume increases, further raising the blood pressure. Okay, so because of this, blood volume increases and blood pressure also increases. Okay, thank you.